This question is asking us to compare two linear functions, linear function q, which is given to us in an equation form, and linear function r, which is given to us in a table. And what they want us to compare about these two is the slopes and the y-intercepts of the two functions. So this is really testing to see if you know how to find the slope and the y-intercept of a slope function given an equation and given a table. So let's see how we do this. So for the function q, this is in slope-intercept form. And so slope-intercept form is something you need to memorize so that you can recognize it. It looks like this. Y equals mx plus b, where m represents the slope and b represents the y-intercept. So the number here, the 2, that's my slope. So that's my slope. The other number here is my y-intercept. And it's got a minus sign, so that means it's negative. So the y-intercept is -1. All right, so I know the slope of this one. I'm just going to write it down. The slope equals 2. And the y-intercept, b, is equal to -1. Now I need to get the slope and the y-intercept from the table. And so to find the y-intercept, I'm going to write this down for you. The y-intercept occurs where x is equal to 0. So what you want to do is look at the table and see where you have an x value of 0. And so that would be here. And the y value, which remember, this is written in function notation, r of x, r parentheses x, really just means y. So that's the same thing as y. So in this one, that's my y-intercept. My y-intercept is at -2. So let me go back and write that down. Y-intercept. So I'll be consistent and use b. So b equals -2. Now I need to find the slope using the table here. So to find the slope, what we're going to do is m is equal to, and this is something you need to know, you need to memorize this, that m is equal to the difference in the y values, so y minus y, over the difference in the x values, so x minus x. So I just need to pick two y values, so I'll use these and two x values, and they have to be the x and y values that go together. So I can't pick, so for instance, let me point at it. I can't use these two y values and then use these two x values. So I have to use matching points. So I have to, if I use these two y's, I have to use these two x's. So now what I'm going to do is just subtract those. So I have 4 minus -2 over 1 minus 0. Now let me point one thing out here that's really important. I did 4 minus -2. So 4 minus -2. That means on the x's, I have to do it in the same order. So I have to do 1 minus 0. So you can't do 4 minus -2 and then do 0 minus 1. So it's got to go the same. You got to do it the same way. All right. So let's do this simple math here. 4 minus -2 is 6. And then 1 minus 0 is 1. So our slope equals 6. So we've got the q function has a slope of 2, and the other function has a slope of 6. So if I look at the answers here, function r, which is the table, has a lesser y-intercept and a slope. Okay, so let's look at the y-intercepts. We have a y-intercept of -1 for q and a y-intercept of -2. So r has a lesser y-intercept. That's true. And a slope that is 2 times the slope of function q. So no, the slope is 3 times because this is 6 and this is 2, so it would be 3 times. So it's not that one. Go to the next one. R has a lesser y-intercept. Yes, we already decided that, and a slope that is 3 times the slope of the function q. So there you go. There's your answer B. So again, you need to remember what slope-intercept form is. Y equals mx plus b. And you also need to remember how to find the slope from a table of values. And also that the y-intercept is where x equals 0. All right, so I hope that helped you out. Keep it up, and you will master the math.